Welcome to the title quiz. Here's how it's gonna work. The council has created a multiple choice quiz. I will be shown a series of YouTube video titles. My job, and your job, is to determine which video title is real amongst a sea of imposters. Make sure you're keeping score at home. I haven't seen these questions, but I feel like I can sniff out fake YouTube video titles. But also, I only watch like a very specific subset of channels, which is to say there's a vast ocean of content I don't watch. So maybe I'll suck. Let's find out. Whee! Let's see some bad titles. Let's go. Which title is a real YouTube video? I bought every Fortnite emote. I can see that. I spent all my money on epic Fortnite swag. I bought 1,000 Fortnite skins.
Ew. Sounds like 4 skins.
I bought 1,000 skins. I'll bet that video exists somewhere. I spent all my V-Bucks on my Fortnite girlfriend. All right, let's talk this out. I bought every Fortnite emote. That sounds very real. It also sounds kind of boring. I'd be disappointed if that were a real YouTube video title. I spent all my money on epic Fortnite swag. That seems a little sus. This sounds sus. I bought 1,000 Fortnite skins. Do they even have 1,000 Fortnite skins? I don't think that's real either. I spent all my V-Bucks on my Fortnite girlfriend. Ah, there's the rub. Let's think about this one. I spent all my V-Bucks on my Fortnite girlfriend. What's a Fortnite girlfriend? So like an avatar? I'm torn between A and D. A is boring, D is chaotic. They could both be real. I'm throwing out B and C. Oh look, there are hints. The council has included hints. Scroll once for the thumbnail, no title, and scroll twice for the answer. Okay. This is where I would use my 50-50 lifeline to narrow it down to 2 answers. Does anyone remember Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Anyone know what I'm talking about? Am I boomer old yet? Let's see the thumbnail. Okay, holding up a credit card. We can eliminate every Fortnite emote. These aren't emotes, these are skins. Not to be confused with foreskins like my disgusting wife assumed. I spent all my money on swag. These are skins. Shit. All my V-Bucks on my Fortnite girlfriend. No, I don't think so. I don't think it's the girlfriend, because look at the picture. Look at the thumbnail, viewers. Look at it. No, I think this is C. I bought 1,000 Fortnite skins. I'm a little disappointed in myself that I'm going against my original gut answer, but you know, it's early on in the quiz. C, final answer. You bought 1,000 Fortnite skins. This is the real one in a sea of imposters. Let's go. 1 for 1. I needed a hint, but that's fine. I'll take the hint. Really, they have 1,000 Fortnite skins? It's 1,000 too many.
But you needed the hint, so it doesn't even count.
It does count. Shut up. Keep playing your Stardew Valley. That's what she's playing right now. That's her Fortnite. She's absolutely bought the equivalent of 1,000 Fortnite skins been in that game. And she definitely has a Stardew Valley husband. 27 cool life hacks to blow your tasting buds away. I do like the capitalization of blow. 19 ways to make your dentist not like you. I can see that being real. 8 craziest sodas turned into candy. I don't know how that would work. That's some like magic alchemy, turning lead to gold kind of shit. 12 ways to sneak candies from your parents. All right, let's break it down. So one of these is real. Unfortunately, I'm very sad that any of these are real. One of these is one too many. Life hacks to blow your tasting buds away. I can see that being real. 19 ways to make your dentist not like you sounds like a terrible skit. It sounds like a bad sketch for children. 8 craziest sodas turned into candy? That just doesn't make sense. You can't turn soda into candy. You just can't. I don't believe it. Ice cubes maybe, but not candy. And 12 ways to sneak candies from your parents. No, that sounds made up. That's something the council made up, because there's way more than 12 ways to sneak candy from your parents. I'm leaning towards B. 19 ways to make your dentist not like, well, A and B. So I haven't really narrowed it down too much yet. I'm gonna say B. I can see this as a bad sketch. Like something that would have aired on All That 25 years ago. Yes, another old television reference. I wanna say what YouTube channels this would belong to, but I don't wanna burn too many bridges. But if you know, you know. I need a hint. Show me a fucking dentist. Let's go. Fuck. Is it turning soda into candy? Is it C? First off, this thumbnail is an abomination. It looks procedurally generated by the same companies that made those Elsa Spider-Man videos. Or weird like counting videos for toddlers. It looks like a computer spat this out and said, yeah, it's colorful. This works. I'll be sad if it's C. Only because I wanted it to be B. I wanted to look at that thumbnail and validate my own, like, you know, hatred of the idea. But to be fair, in my defense, this thumbnail would absolutely make your dentist hate you. All right, show me C. What? I'm shocked. That took a turn, but that doesn't make sense. Oh, it's Troom. I know enough about Troom to be very skeptical of anything they're selling. But how are you sneaking candy from your parents this way? I will not give Troom the view. I will die happily not knowing how the title and thumbnail match. That's fine, but it's not even candy. Coca-Cola's not a candy. Fanta's not a candy. All right, council, 1-1, we're tied, we're officially tied. You got me once, I got you once. Show me number 3.
Real quick, I just want to remind you that this Friday, I'll be live watching your no stash submissions to see if any of you were able to digitally remove our mustaches. The event's happening this Friday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, only on my Twitch. Also, there's a Google form link floating around somewhere.
Cool addition to my Minecraft house, April 21st. Very specific. Oh, I just noticed they all have dates, okay. Ceiling fans in my Roblox game, April 8th. Sims 4 cool TV I added today, October 28th. I added a fireplace to my Gmod world, December 11th. This is impossible. We are officially in the realm of this is impossible. And the White Claw's not helping. But it's okay, I'm a genius. I'm gonna figure it out. Cool addition to my Minecraft house. This is the vaguest one out of all 4. Because look at the other options, ceiling fan, TV, fireplace. Cool addition? I'm leaning towards A just because it's that different. And I can imagine the council giggling amongst their stupid elvish selves, coming up with household objects like ceiling fans and TVs and fireplaces. Like, yeah, that'll get him. No, you got. It's A. But also, I would very much like to see the hint. Oh, fuck. This has a ceiling fan, a TV, and a fireplace. Okay. But it's not Minecraft. I don't play a lot of Minecraft. Heck, I don't play any Minecraft. But I know that this picture should be a lot blockier if it came from Minecraft. This might be a Gmod. I know enough about Gmod to know that they can do higher res. Oh, this certainly can't be Roblox, so that rules out Roblox. Sims 4, does Sims 4 look this good? It's either Sims 4 or Gmod. Wait, what does the billboard say in the back? Enhance, not enhancing when I say enhance. Shit, that TV looks very old. It's not a flat screen. This isn't a television that's come out in the last 15 years. Gmod's old. So is The Sims. The Sims old. Oh, but you know what they would... Got it. Guys, big brain move. Ready? Sims 4. No way in hell would The Sims 4 have bulbous, non-flat screen TVs. You know what would though? Your boy Gmod. Gmod would have old school 90s tube TVs. Is that what you call them? There's a word I'm looking for. Anyways, it's Gmod. It's D. It's final answer. Give me that fat W for D. But Roblox is blockier, no? Roblox can look like that? You can put in fans and shit? That's a detailed fan. Oh no, scores 1-2. I hate when the council wins. They get all big-headed. Ah, fuck. Hey chat, how you doing? No way, you didn't know it was Roblox. All right, now I'm angry drunk. Frozen Elsa and Anna. Speaking of Spider-Man Elsa. Frozen Elsa and Anna clean up messy elf on the shelf. Frozen Elsa and Anna have Christmas hot chocolate. Frozen Elsa and Anna save Christmas with Mrs. Claus. I hate, all of these are real. These are all real videos. Frozen Elsa and Anna learn Dutch. Sing along. Fuck. Frozen Elsa. That first title is so cursed. Messy elf on, like, that's clearly someone's fetish, right? Clearly. Frozen Elsa and Anna have Christmas hot chocolate. I can see that. I also really like Learn Dutch, and the fact that it's a sing-along. How would that work? How would a sing-along work with Elsa and Anna? Someone have to like reanimate? Oh, is it like a 2D animated, like not parody, but some shitty quality Flash cartoon of Elsa and Anna. Before I get that thumbnail, we gotta guess. What's real? I think it's Learn Dutch. Elsa Anna Learn Dutch Sing Along is the most realistic title. I think I can see it. I don't really have a reason beyond that. This is really hard. This is a very hard quiz. Let's take a look at that thumbnail. Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, that's my favorite part of the Frozen franchise, when Anna makes the TikTok face. I don't think it's Learn Dutch, because it looks a little too evil. Shit. Here's the thing. This thumbnail doesn't apply to any of these titles. I don't see Hot Chocolate. I don't really see Mrs. Claus. Oh, you know what? Oh, I know. The figure in the middle, kind of dressed up like an elf on the shelf. Is it Elf on the Shelf? Are they cleaning up the messy Elf on the Shelf? God, I hate this. I hate all of this. My final answer is A. Show me that messy Elf on the Shelf. Fucking finally. Let's go. All right, 2 for 2. 2-2. Once again, I am tied with the council. Thank God for the thumbnails. I would not have gotten any of these correct if it weren't for the thumbnails. God. Do not watch Luca on Disney Plus at 3 a.m. We couldn't believe what happened. This is gonna be the hardest one yet, isn't it? Do not watch Five Nights at Freddy's musical on YouTube at 3 a.m. Freddy found us? Do not watch Encanto on Disney Plus at 3 a.m. You won't believe what we saw. Do not watch Space Jam: A New Legacy on HBO Max at 3 a.m. Bugs Bunny called us? Hey, do not watch Space Jam: A New Legacy at all. There's no hint for this one. Oh, that's fucked. That's messed up. All right, you're telling me we gotta use our wits? Okay. That's fine. You wanna play? Let's play. Do not watch Luca on Disney Plus at 3 a.m. We couldn't believe what happened. To be fair, nobody watched Luca, so. That's a fake title. Do not watch Five Nights at Freddy's musical on YouTube at 3 a.m. Didn't know there was a musical. I don't know enough about this subject matter to rule it out. Do not watch Encanto on Disney Plus at 3 a.m. That could be real. Encanto's very hot right now still. And do not watch Space Jam: A New Legacy. Here's the deal. Here's why I'm torn on the last one, on D. Bugs Bunny called us. I can imagine some kid, or worse, adult, in the thumbnail holding up a phone, the bloody 3 a.m. text, Bugs Bunny's on the screen. He's going like, oh. I've seen that 5,000 times. We've all seen that. Some variation of that. So it's either C or D that's real. I'm gonna ignore the first two. I'm putting all my chips on Encanto or Bugs Bunny. Maybe I'm leaning towards D. You know what? Let's commit, because we have to. We don't have a thumbnail this time. I'm committing to D. Don't watch Space Jam: A New Legacy. Bugs Bunny called us. Purely because of the parentheticals. Purely because of the parentheses. Give me Bugs Bunny. Give me that Bugs Bunny D. No! It was Encanto. Do not watch Encanto on Disney Plus at 3 a.m. You won't believe what we saw.
What did they see?
Judging by the thumbnail, they saw the title screen. And they're super spooked about it. Oh my God. I hope they're okay.
We went to that land that Bruno went to.
You literally fell asleep before the fucking Bruno song.
I saw like where he used to live in that cave thing.
Uh-huh.
And then I fell asleep.
So, I'm 2 out of 5. When the furry belly hits, is Big Chungus a furry? Learning to yiff again when she says she likes furries. Okay. First off, I don't know what the first one means. I don't know what that means when you say when the furry belly hits. And I hope to never learn. So that's made up. Maybe. I can imagine, is Big Chungus a furry? I can 100% imagine that. That would get millions of views. I want to click on that video right now. Tell me, is that old rapscallion Big Chungus secretly a furry? Learning to yiff again. Oh boy. I don't think that's real either. It's too good. It's too good a title to exist. It's too good for YouTube. And when she says she likes furries, oh, that's also like, okay, that's like a template, right? When she says she likes blank, that's a whole template. I'm gonna say B. Is Big Chungus a furry? The ... question mark kind of seals it for me. I think that's real. And the last answer was C. So let's mix it up and say it's B. Show me that Chungus furry. Oh no! Okay, so that's what they mean when they say when the furry belly hits. But it could also be Big Chungus, because that's very clearly Big Chungus. Do we stick with our guts or furry bellies and go with Big Chungus a furry?
You have a furry belly.
I do have a furry belly. It's just the way God made me. A or B? A or B? A or B? A or B? A or B when the furry belly hit? No. Okay, ooh. 18 seconds long. This helps. The duration is a clue. Hear me out. A video titled, "Is Big Chungus a Furry?" That sounds like the beginning of a video essay. I would expect the video to be 10, 15, 20 minutes long, going into all the nuances and intricacies of furry fandom, Bugs Bunny lore, all that shit. But this video, 18 seconds long. It's a short, so it's like a little animated short cartoon. It might be A when the furry belly hits, because A is such a very specific niche thing. It would have to warrant a very short punchline, which is why I am cementing A as my final answer. May Big Chungus strike me down if I am incorrect. We did it, Reddit. See, we used the power of thinking. Ooh, it's in 4K. And look at that. The channel that uploaded it is called Beta Shorts. Told you it was a short. Told you. You didn't listen. You didn't believe me. Also, watch my shorts. I post 3 of them a week.
You know all about beta shorts, don't you?
It's very threatening. Oh, that makes me 3 for 3. That makes me 3 for 6. I got 3, the council got 3. I'm feeling good. Let's break the tie. Your boy's in focus. And if anyone in the comments claims to have gotten every single one of them right so far, please ban yourselves from my channel because I don't like liars. This is harder than the WikiHow quiz. Iron Man and Vin Diesel swap hair. Minecraft roleplay, part 5. Batman and John Cena swap costumes. Roblox Runaways, episode 4. Oh, this one's a pickle. Spider-Man and The Rock swap girlfriends. Fortnite Chapter 3. Didn't know that The Rock had a canonical girlfriend. Okay. Harley Quinn and Brie Larson swap roles. Sims 4 Superheroes Volume 4. Ooh, that could be it. Oh, good. No hints for this one. Okay, great. All right, no thumbnail to aid us in this one. Right now, I'm leaning towards D, because I do feel like there is a Sims Superheroes expansion pack or whatever. So you know how The Sims has expansion packs like pets or dating or whatever, right? Or well, that's not an expansion pack. That's a disgusting 18 and up mod that some perverts made. I would know because she made me install it. And you see everything. Batman and John Cena swap costumes. Does John Cena have a costume? It's just shorts, right? That's his costume. It's like bright green shorts, I want to say. Spider-Man and The Rock swap girlfriends? I don't think so. I actually do not know Dwayne Johnson's marital status or situation, but I don't think people meme on his character's girlfriend. I don't think it's C. I think it's D. I think it's Harley Quinn, Brie Larson swap roles, Sims 4 superheroes, only because I feel like there's a superheroes pack for The Sims. So I will say once again, give me that D. The answer is D. Let's go. Wait, what? Why is The Rock's girlfriend Wonder Woman? None of that makes sense. MJ7 Spider-Man want The Rock to fall and live. He saves Wonder Woman from house fire and they fall.
Sounds really good.
Yo, give this video a stream. Totally wasn't made by a algorithm. Also, 21 minutes, that seems excessive. Now you're just being greedy. I get that you can print money this way, but come on. The tie is broken, but not in my favor. I've scored 3 correctly in the council. They bamboozled me 4 times over. Is there a question 8? There is a question 8. Let's go. I assume there are 10. Let's find out. Let us find the true YouTube video title. I spent 100 hours in a bathtub. Can totally see that. I can see the thumbnail. There are arrows. Yeah, I can see it. I spent 77 hours in a crawl space. Can also see that.
On purpose?
Yeah, think of the views. Of course on purpose, always on purpose. I spent 23 hours in Pokemon VR. Shit. I've also seen, I haven't watched, because I have dignity. I've definitely seen in the related section, on the right side, spending X number of hours in VR. That could be real, but is there Pokemon VR? I spent 50 hours in Iron Man suit. Impossible. How would you go to the bathroom?
Go in the suit.
Jarvis, empty my poop sack. Jarvis, delete my pee drawers. Fuck, I want D to be real, so just for that. The council has written, no hints this time either. You must find the truth within yourself. As must we all. 100 hours in a bathtub sounds plausible. Probably the most boring of the four though. 77 hours in a crawl space. 77 is a very specific number. Very random, very specific. It could be B. I spent 23 hours in Pokemon VR. What? Why 23? Why not go all the way to 24? Sus, right? But sus as in it could be real. Sus. I don't think it's D. I think we can safely rule out spending 50 hours in Iron Man's suit. As much as I want to see those poop sacks and poop socks emptied, I think it's not D. Jarvis, find me a girlfriend. I just want to talk to Jarvis all day. That's what I want the video to be. 20 minutes of me talking to Jarvis. I think it's C because I do feel like I may have seen that title pop up in my relateds. I think it's C. I think it's spending 23 hours in Pokemon VR. I've got 3 right so far. Let's go for 4. Let's tie it back up. 4-4. No! Oh my God, it's Iron Man. Oh my God. How do you poop in the suit? Wow. Only 8 minutes and 40 seconds? Couldn't even make it a 10-minute video? But think of the views. Think of the AdSense breaks. Wow, this was the first one I ruled out, and it's the answer. I'm 3 for 8. Not good. I got some catching up to do. Like, best I can do in this scenario, if there are even 10 questions, is tie. Let's at least do that. And I was so confident and cocky too with my, oh, I think I've seen the Pokemon VR thumbnail. There's some video floating around. Like, I spent 23 hours in VR. There's something. This is where the men are separated from the boys. ASMR. Oh Christ, they're all ASMR ones. All right, we're going that route. Licking your ears to Gangnam Style. Christmas special. That's incredible. Nothing makes sense in that title. ASMR. Talking to Kanye during the Super Bowl. Valentine's Day special. Legally, he's just yay now, so get corrected. ASMR. Debating politics with your uncle. Thanksgiving special. I like that. I like that a lot. I want that to be true because I would click that immediately. That sounds very entertaining. ASMR, commentating Olympics 2-man luge Olympic special. Oh good, we get a hint this time. About time. I think it's debating politics with your uncle because if this doesn't exist, this should exist. This needs to have at least 10 million views because we've all been there. Then again, is it ASMR? Like, it's not soothing, is it? And that's the purpose of ASMR, to lull you into a sense of content. And debating politics with your uncle typically wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't do that for you.
No, right. Maybe it does for some of you, but I do think it's C. I'm being selfish. I'm choosing C because it's the one I want to be true. It's the one I want to see the most. First off, A doesn't make sense. Licking your ears to Gangnam Style Christmas special. That's an amalgamation of words and phrases. That's like a sentence that's never been created before. Like, you can put all those words and phrases together, but why? So it's not A. Watch it be A. Talking to Kanye during the Super Bowl. It could be that though. Wasn't Kanye like wearing a weird thing at the Super Bowl? Wasn't he wearing like a mask? So you could like do something funny with that. And Valentine's Day was the day after the Super Bowl. It could absolutely be B. Shit, it could absolutely be B.
I'm gonna go with B.
Yeah? You don't think it's ASMR commentating Olympics 2-man luge?
What's the Kanye one?
The Kanye one is ASMR talking to Kanye during the Super Bowl Valentine's Day special.
Okay, we're gonna say 2-man luge.
Okay, I don't think it's that. I think it's either Kanye or your uncle at Thanksgiving. This is really hard. This is very, very challenging. Let's go with my gut. Let's go with C. Let's go with C. Debating politics with your uncle Thanksgiving special. But how would that even work? How would that even work? What would you hear? What would that uncle say in the video, right? Ah, see, it's gonna be, if I choose B, go against my gut, and then ends up being C, I'll feel rotten inside.
You don't already?
I do, but more so. The fact that it's talking to Kanye during the Super Bowl and also the Valentine's Day special, like that would only work for this year because they fell within a day of each other. And usually the Super Bowl precedes Valentine's Day by a week or two. This year being a juicy exception. It might be B. I think it's, all right, let's go with B. I'm going against my gut. Dumbest thing I've done in a while, but all right, we get a hint. I forgot we get a hint. Okay, here's the hint, the thumbnail. Doesn't help at all. It's just a picture of a person.
Is it your face blindness or?
I really don't know. Long hair. They're like looking down, kind of, and it's like a close-up. So there's no hints about the environment. You know what? Thumbnail looks indoors. I think it's debating politics with your uncle, and I should have gone with my gut, and I'm disappointed that I didn't stick with it, but I'm correcting that error right now. The answer is C, debating politics with your uncle, because there's some kind of decor in the top right corner of the thumbnail, something you adorn your walls with in a dining room? Is that wishful thinking? I think it's C, debating politics with your uncle. Final answer, let's go. Nope, it was talking to Kanye during the Super Bowl Valentine's Day special. Here's how I got it wrong. I saw what I wanted to see, and I had blinders on because I really wanted it to be the uncle one, when all logic points me to, oh my God. It makes the most sense too, because it's topical. 3-6. Which one of these is a real YouTube video? I put my Lego house on Airbnb. That sounds real. I sold my Minecraft house on apartments.com. I don't believe that for a second. How dare you? I'm calling the police. I built my Roblox home in real life and sold it. That could also be real. I put my Sims mansion on Zillow. Impossible. How could you? Erroneous. It's not D. It is either A or C. Lego house on Airbnb or Roblox home in real life. And we don't get a hint this time. Of course not. Why would we get a hint? It's too easy. I put my Lego house, it's okay. 50-50 me, Reg. Oh, it's A and C. Has anyone ever made a Lego house big enough to like live in and reside in? I feel like that would be some kind of world record. I built my Roblox home in real life and sold it. Would the thumbnail for that one be like some dude with the keys, like about to drop it off into someone else's hand, and the background is the Roblox home, doing like this face? Boy, I can see that thumbnail. I can't see the thumbnail for I put my Lego house on Airbnb. For C, it's the and sold it that is kind of pushing me towards the direction of that's the real one. And sold it? Anyone can put a Lego house on Airbnb, but can you sell it? I think it's C, purely because of that final clause. And sold it. If it's B or D, I'll scream. But it's not B or D, it's A or C. It built my Roblox home in real life and sold it. Let's go. C, final answer. I was wrong. I put my Lego house on Airbnb. So I'm 3 for 10. I will not be staying at your Airbnb out of spite. Question 11. There's more. Which of these is an actual YouTube video? When the villain becomes the hero, touching anime moments. Oh God, I sense the theme and or category. Lewdest jokes you won't believe, sexy anime moments. It's not anime if there isn't some kind of lewdness. Fox girl cannot be this cute. Wholesome anime moments. I love how 2 of these already have typos in it. Like I hope you copied and pasted these titles. When your cute mom and dads love you so much. Funny anime moments. Oh good, the council included the answer may surprise. Shit. Let's think about this. We get a hint this time, but it's the anime copter. Here it comes, open wide. Let's use logic. When the villain becomes the hero, touching anime moments. So boring. I would never click on this. Lewdest jokes you won't believe. Sexy anime moments. I'd only click on this if my wife's not watching. Fox girl cannot be this cute. Wholesome anime moments. That can also be real. It's like specific. Fox girl, that's very specific. When your cute mom and dads love you so much. No, that title doesn't make sense. When your cute mom and dads love you so much, there's nothing funny about that. That's not a funny anime moment. That's a wholesome anime moment. I'm gonna say B or C. Might be C. I feel like C is too specific to be made up by the council. Give me a hint. Great, so you finally gone and spit it out, huh? Once again, the thumbnail is of no use to us. I would go so far as to say the thumbnail isn't a thumbnail. The uploader was so lazy, they didn't even make a thumbnail for this one. They just uploaded the video, and then whatever is in the middle of the video, whatever frame, that's the thumbnail. You know what I'm talking about? I used to do this all the time. I didn't have time for those pesky thumbnails. I used to be of the thought that, if the video is good enough, people will find it. Silly me. I think I give up. Can I give up? I don't know. This thumbnail is of no use. Maybe it's A. So you finally gone and spit it out. He kind of looks like a villain, right? He looks like a villain who's got a heart of gold. So let's go with A. When the villain becomes the hero. I hate it. You hate it, but that's the answer I'm going with. Show me A. Of course not. Of course not. Of course not. It's the mom and dad one. What a funny anime moment. I think life is just one big funny anime moment. Here's the description. I love the description for this video. When your cute mom and dads love you so much. Funny anime moments. When your cute mom and dads love you. Definitely wasn't spat out by a computer. When the cute mom, when you love your, when the mom, when.
Have you ever had a dream?
Funny. Question 12. How is there more? All right, let's find the real YouTube video. Parents walking in. Mukbang award. Cheating's revealed. Mukbang fraud. Hey, have I ever told you how much I hate mukbang? Pizza guy joins me. Domino's mukbang. Or cooking got me girlfriend. Story time mukbang. I'm actually relieved that there's no hint this time because I don't think a hint could help me. The thumbnails for all 4 of these I'm sure look the same. Just people stuffing their faces with too much food. Oh, I'm an idiot. Let me reread the first one. Parents walking in. Mukbang awkward. I said mukbang award like an idiot, but mukbang is inherently and in and of itself already awkward. Parents walking in, mukbang awkward. Can that be a new phrase now? Mukbang awkward. I don't know what it means, but I want to use it every day. Talk about mukbang awkward. Okay. Cheating's revealed. Cheating's revealed? Mukbang fraud? B is another one of those like just slamming words together. Cheating's revealed, mukbang fraud. I don't know what that video is. I can definitely see Pizza Guy joins me though. Yeah, I can see Pizza Guy. I think it's C. I think it's C. Pizza guy joins me, right? Don't you just want to be, sometimes, don't you just want to be like, come on in. I can't slam down all these pizzas alone. I need a broski. I think it's C. And just for the record, I wouldn't click on a single one of these, but I do think it's C. You're not going to give me a hint. That's fine. I think the thumbnail is like the mukbang personality on one side of the frame, let's say left. Right side of the frame, some dude in a Domino's outfit. Betwixt the two of them, too many pizzas for 2 people, but that's mukbang, or at least YouTube's version of mukbang. I think I understand that actual mukbang isn't so like perverted and, you know, gross, but the algorithm favors the disgusting mukbang, and that's what we see, and that's what we're, pardon the pun, fed. It's C, because, yeah, show me that pizza guy. Of course not. That would be too simple. It can't be the pizza guy one. It has to be the one that makes the least sense. Cheating's revealed, mukbang fraud. Of course. Oh, is this like, stop it. Is this like a whole, is there a subcategory, a subgenre of people who fake mukbangs? Like they're not actually eating all the stuff on the table or whatever? Tell me that's like the subgenre. Tell me that's the drama. You know Hungry Boy 69? He's a fraud. He doesn't even eat all that pizza. Jesus Christ, there's a 13th one. Let's find the next YouTube video. 10 dumbest ever McDonald's lawsuits. 10 poorly designed Happy Meal toys. 10 times McDonald's toys injured kids. Or 10 scariest McDonald's Happy Meal toys ever. And we get a hint. I don't know if you guys see this. I don't know what the editor is showing you. Every slide, I'm getting taunted by the council. They're like taunting me. They're saying like, if you're a coward, swipe once for the hint. Let me let you guys in on a little secret in life. There's nothing cowardly about taking hints. That's all. That's my slogan for when I run for, you know, emperor. 10 scariest McDonald's Happy Meal toys ever. I think it's D. D sounds like a perfectly clickbaity title. Maybe a guy holding up a McDonald's, like, you know, doing one of these things. You know, like, you know what? No, let's do it proper. And that's the thumbnail. Before I get too let's get hasty. It's D. It's D. 10 scariest McDonald's Happy Meal toys ever. Show me the hint. Okay. Thumbnail is slightly different from what I had in mind. Oh, it could be C then. 10 times McDonald's toys injured kids. It could also be B. Poorly designed Happy Meal toys. Damn it. Oh boy. Okay, cool. So we have a 3-way tie. B, C, and D. The thumbnail just made it harder for me. So some step counter allegedly left a burn on someone or maybe multiple people. Is it the 10 dumbest ever at McDonald's lawsuits? 10 poorly designed Happy Meal toys? 10 times McDonald's toys injured kids? or 10 scariest McDonald's Happy Meal toys ever. Are there 10 well-known McDonald's lawsuits? We all know the coffee one.
McDonald's literally probably gets suits every day.
Okay, fair. 10 poorly designed Happy Meal toys. Are there 10 Happy Meal toys that have been poorly designed enough to, like, I don't know. Right? I'm skeptical of that one. Let's cross B out. C, 10 times McDonald's toys injured kids. There's no way there are 10 McDonald's toys that have injured. There's no way. There's no way. I think it's A or D. Dumbest lawsuits or scariest toys. Before seeing the thumbnail, my gut reaction was the 10 scariest Happy Meal toys ever. That was my gut reaction, because I can imagine you could definitely make a video about that. But is it a loss? Oh, fuck. No, go with your gut. Go with your gut. D, scariest Happy Meal toys ever. Final answer. Going with your gut works sometimes. Let's go. Let's go. That was really, really hard. That was a rare exception where the thumbnail made the question 10 times harder. I think I'm 4 for 13. That's not good. And there's yet another question. Let's find the real video. Happy Wheels, but the lions can kill me. Could you survive a lion attack? They made going to the 1,000, what? They made going to the 1,000x more dangerous. I think there's a word missing from this title. They made going to the 1,000 times more dangerous. I think we're missing a word. We're missing some crucial info. Maybe zoo? They made going to the zoo 1,000 times more dangerous. Or D, I tried kidnapping a lion from the zoo. There is a hint. Now we know the secret. The secret is pick an answer at this stage and then stick with it, regardless of what the thumbnail is. Happy Wheels, but the lions can kill me. Well, this is like old school. Happy Wheels is 10 years old at this point, I'd say, right? Close to it. Could you survive? Oh, that sounds like a video. Could you survive a lion attack? That sounds like a very edutaining video. Yeah, B sounds good. I think it's B. I think Could You Survive a Lion Attack is the real video, and the rest are all sussy bakas. And here's the thumbnail. The thumbnail further cements my opinion. That's been rare so far this quiz. I'm sticking with my gut, and I'm not going to question myself. The correct answer is B, Could You Survive a Lion Attack? Because obviously that's the answer. No, of course not. No, of course not. Of course not. There is a, oh my God, counsel, shame on you. You omitted a key word in this title. They made going to the zoo 1,000 times more dangerous. All you had to do, counsel, was hit Control-C and then Control-V, and you couldn't even do that. Also, I can't believe they made going to the zoo 1,000 times more dangerous. God, zoos are already hellholes. You know what? For your insolence, counsel, I'm giving myself a point. Question 15, no hint. Which answer is a real YouTube video? Die Hard, but it's Shia LaBeouf, Titanic with a cat, Godzilla without Godzilla, or Jaws, but the shark is a goldfish? I know this one. Oh my God, I know this one. And I've actually seen the answer. I've seen the video. It's Titanic with a cat. I don't know where I don't know if it was on Reddit or if it was in related videos. I've actually seen Titanic with a cat. They replaced Kate Winslet digitally with a cat. It's very cute. It reminds me of what YouTube was like 10, 15 years ago. It was very much the kind of content you saw en masse. It was refreshing. It was nice. It was a cute idea done very well. I recommend everyone right now, well, after this video, watch B, Titanic with a cat. It will put a smile on your faces. Let's go. Hell yeah. There you go. That almost makes up for that ridiculous zoo atrocity that was the previous question. Question 16, top 5 scary ghost videos that will make your daddy leave home. Top 5 spooky ghost videos that will make you poop yourself. Top 5 terrifying ghost videos that will make you cry for 7 days. Top 5 horrifying ghost videos that will make you sweat your balls off. At least we get a hint. They're all ghost videos. Okay, I have a feeling that the thumbnail will not aid us at all. Make your daddy leave home. No. It's not A. Because the correct funny answer would be make your daddy come home. So no, it's not A. Cry for 7 days, it's not C. Sweat your balls off. It's either B or D. Let's go B. Let's go B. Let's commit and go B. Here's a hint. Yeah. Like I predicted, the hint did not give us anything. Let's go with B. I'm sticking with my gut. It's very clickbaity. It's very desperate. This video really wants you to click on it. We got a red arrow. We got some Photoshop going on. I think the text matches. The answer is B. Top 5 spooky ghost videos that will make you poop yourself. I really need a win. I need a W. Otherwise, I will cry for 7 days. Oh my God. It doesn't make sense. Why would a ghost video be so scary that my daddy would leave home? I mean, the title worked. It did get nearly 2 million views. That's so, you know, joke's on me. I better not show my father this. I don't want him to leave home. 20 minutes? You could do this in 3. Bonus title round. Double points if you get this one. It's extra hard. All right, I say no. I say this one's for all the marbles. All right, because I have suffered this quiz. If I get this one right, I beat the counts. That's my rule, and it's my channel, so, you know, I do what I want. If I get this one correct, I will have won the quiz. Final question. Oh, good, there are emojis in all of them. Okay, when the shoes hit the ketchup, oh, they're all shorts, yes. Joke's on you, baby. Shorts are my bread and butter. When the oh, that's messed up. That is really, that's not cool, council. It's the same title 4 times. I have to guess which emoji they used. That's messed up. That's not okay. That's really not okay. Oh good, there's a hint. I assure you the hint will not be helpful in any aspect. All right, it's either crying, laughing. That's the obvious one. I'm sure it makes a very funny sound. Or maybe it's B, like, oh, mommy. It's either B or C. Leaning towards B, actually, because C's too obvious. Ketchup is, you know, by itself a very funny name, but I think it's B. Let's look at that hint. You know, I hate that the thumbnail for this makes me want to watch it. Damn it, I want to hear those shoes hit the ketchup. I'm gonna say B. I think it makes a very arousing sound. The answer is B. Final answer. Okay, I now have 2 bits of life advice for you guys. All right, 1, always, I have 3 bits of life advice. 1, always take hints whenever they're offered, always. 2, go with your gut. And 3, if the answer seems obvious, it's probably the right answer. I think I'm like, what am I, 4 for 17? I think I'm 4 or 5 for 17, something like that. Viewers, how'd you do? Let me know in the comments below. I am a husk of a man right now. I'm beaten, bruised, and just ever so slightly madder at the world. I am off to go watch Cheating's Revealed mukbang fraud so I can catch up on all that delicious mukbang drama. If you have a terrible quiz idea, please let us know in the comments below. I'm down to try just about anything.
As humans are, let's not pretend like humans haven't done it. All right,
Yeah.
we're not great. We're not. If we judge the whole species by 1 or 2 rogue rabbits, then maybe.
So wait, okay. The one thing that doesn't make sense to me, I guess, is rabbits are fucking thriving in Australia. They're like beating the shit out of Australian wildlife.
Yeah.
Why is it not a problem in the UK?
Well,
because you guys don't have enough native animals. Maybe?
well, rabbits are, as far as I understand, they're native to the UK.
Yeah.
So the whole like ecosystem in the UK had been created with rabbits being in it for a very long time.
Yeah.
If I'm correct, can you Google this? Foxes,
We got
yeah.
foxes.
But the foxes eat the rabbits.
Yeah, you
right?
need to have the balance, right? And
I'm just finding it funny that rabbits can survive fucking Australia, where you look at a spider wrong and you're fucking dead.
I mean,
and then like in the UK, in the UK, foxes are like the biggest pussies of the animal kingdom.
Australia has a lot of species that are like, it's like you're playing on the easy server. You know, if it's like
What?
a lot of these, even though we know Australia is like one of these super scary animals with these snakes and stuff, they have a lot of species of animals that can only survive in Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's very delicate.
Well, like koalas, for example, only eat eucalyptus, and a specific type of eucalyptus that's grown only in Australia natively.
Yeah.
So that's why you don't see koalas in the wildlife outside anywhere else, because they literally can't survive.
Yeah.
Like in any other continent, like the animal probably wouldn't have evolved to just eat one type of plant that is very not popular.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you would have to adapt. Go on, sorry. Yeah, so
Okay.
But in
damn.
Australia,
But
they're
in
like,
Australia-
it's our territory now, baby.
if you introduce a species, there's a problem why these obviously people didn't understand this in like the 1900s.
Yeah.
We didn't fucking know what was going on. They were like, just bring my pets over. I'm sure it'll be fine.
What I don't understand is the argument of why we shouldn't be getting rid of these rabbits. It's like, oh, they're so cute though. Meanwhile, when the Australian government was like, eat the kangaroos right now, no one was like, but they're so cute.
But this is also a common thing with cats.
Yeah.
Cats are more often a very big pest in places. People don't want to get rid of cats because people have pets. They have cats in there. If the government is like, hey, you at home, are you okay with us killing all of this animal? And you look down and you see that animal staring at you that you've loved and named and fed, and you know what I mean? It's really hard. And
so what you're saying is less people need to keep rabbits as pets.
No. I understand both.
What he's saying is rabbits have way too good PR.
Yeah.
Their PR is too fucking good.
They're like the McDonald's of animals. They've got it like down, right? You can tell them that McDonald's puts all the shit in their food.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking matter. People are gonna eat it. It's like I understand both sides, and I empathize with both. I empathize with these people who care about the natural wildlife, who are like, we need to keep it the way it was supposed to be.
Yeah.
I also understand why that person with 10 rabbits at home might not want to have all of the rabbit population culled. I get both, right? Also, another fun fact, while we're on fun facts about animals.
Go on.
Did you know, I love this. I was watching an episode of QI the other day, and they talked about this. Do you know why, for the longest time, they never gave the giant tortoise a genome, like an official genome name?
Why?
Do you know
It's a
this?
genome.
Like you know how every animal has a Greek name,
Oh, okay.
right?
Right.
Do you know why they never gave the giant turtle a name? They knew about this animal for a very long time.
Right.
Problem was,
These are the motherfuckers that can live like 300 years. Right?
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Problem was, people couldn't stop eating them. They never ever made it back.
Oh, I did hear about
Yeah.
this. Yeah, because
What?
every time they tried to ship the tortoise,
People would just eat them.
yeah, it would never survive the journey because they were too delicious.
Yeah, they would. So the apparently through because we don't eat it anymore, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's none left. They're an endangered species now,
So
right?
in the writing, right, it is literally like the perfect storm of unfortunate for the giant tortoise.
Yeah.
So apparently in all of the documents left about the giant tortoise, it tastes better than any meat.
Yeah.
It tastes better than lamb. It tastes better than beef. It tastes better than pork. Everyone like almost unanimously agreed who tried this meat agreed that it tasted better than all of them.
Right.
Damn, I want to try this.
Right. Another unfortunate evolutional part of the giant tortoise is that it also, this is just so sad. It evolved so that it could store up to like 1 gallon or 1 liter of water. I can't remember which one it was.
Yeah.
Inside of its body, almost perfectly like a sack. So when you would eat it as a human, there was almost perfectly this 1 liter capsule.
So
of
basically,
water.
it came with a drink.
It came with a.
It's like a meal.
Imagine it. You just had this. You know, you're living
It's
at the
just a
time.
survival pack.
Yeah, you're living,
At the end of the day.
you're living at the time where beer was drank more than water because
Yeah.
water was
Hard
more
to
often than
get.
not
Yeah.
poisonous.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was hard to get a hold of in certain places. So you had this animal that tasted amazing, that was this perfect kind of like, it could store very easily. It was very easy to eat.
Yeah.
A lot of the meat was edible in it as well, and it had
Yeah.
this 1 gallon sack of water that you could just drink. So sailors would, when they would take them back, they were like, "Well, fuck, we're gonna eat it," because not only was it delicious and amazing, they also had a free gallon of water they could drink. So it never made it.
Wait,
back.
so does it have a genome now?
It did. It did after many years. It finally got one, but
just
it,
food.
But it never survived the journey back to like the UK or something.
Yeah,
Wow.
before it could
So
be
they could never
classified.
do it.
Yeah.
That's just so good. It's pretty fucked up, but that's hilarious.
That's
That's
really
just like,
funny.
can you imagine it just on the boat and you're like, fuck.
I just want
We've
to.
got-
I
we've
could.
got-
I
we've got-
could.
I just want to imagine the scientists waiting and just be like, they're like, all right, I want to see this animal so I can figure it out. They're like, what do you mean you ate it?
They're on the port back. They're like, we're going to bring back 10. We're going to eat 9. We're going to let 1 go back, all right? We all agree. 1 can go back.
We only need 1 to
Yeah.
name it.
Right. And then it's like 1 week left on the ship, and they're like, Fuck, dude. Remember that flambéed giant tortoise we had, dude? Ooh.
It's looking kind of delicious right now.
I'm getting real parched.
Just makes me wonder how good must it have tasted.
Yeah, it must have been amazing. They just come back to port. They're like, all right, we brought 10 back. We got one. How many shells we got left? 1, 2. Fuck, we ate them all.
It's like, next trip, guys. Next trip. We're going this time.
Well,
we're gonna bring 11.
The way they wrote about it was that it was so delicious that like it sounded like they genuinely just like couldn't resist eating it.
Yeah.
But like, imagine it's that delicious. We were like, boys, you fancy just going for like a quick voyage to the islands to go and get some more giant tortoises? And they just keep eating it every time. Like, I'd like to think it was that good. They would go back to go and get more.
Me and the boys on the way to collect giant tortoises.
Dude.
It's an endangered species now, right? Yeah. It's an endangered species now, right?
It's like...
I thought it was just endangered.
Yeah, we fucked up.
Okay.
But
so it's kind of like the dodo as well, right?
Yeah.
But like, I would rather I don't want us to extinct any animal, right? But I would rather us extinct an animal because it's too damn delicious. Not that we wanted its horn or something. That feels so wasteful. If we're like, dude, we made an amazing stew out of the giant tortoise, part of me is like, that's fucked up. But at least you use it.
At which point do you think like natural selection should just take its course? Right. I'm just saying.
Are you saying like it's your fault for being born this delicious?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, but
he's got a point. He's got a point. Why the fuck? This animal just was so unfortunate that it evolved to be the perfect like food for humans to eat.
You fucked up in some way in evolution by being super delicious, right?
And having a free sack of clean water.
Sorry, you kind of are, right? They just didn't survive, obviously.
Again, every part of the tortoise was also edible.
Yeah.
The marrow apparently was also delicious in soups and stuff. It was every single part of this fucker was delicious. This tortoise had evolved somehow to be so goddamn delicious. I don't get it. And I'm angry that I'm never going to try it.
Yeah, I'm angry that I'm never going to try it now as well. So, I'm more angry that it's extinct because I can't try it now.
Listen, can we just
fuck its feelings? I want to eat it.
Listen,
can it be like
we
the
care about
rib or something? Just come back for a month? Like,
we care about nature or something, all that bullshit. But, you know, the delicious animal. I mean, we've talked about eating possible dinosaurs and all the dinosaurs we might not possibly be able to eat, you know? Like, where's the Jurassic Park episode where they bring back a extinct animal so they can just, like, serve it as a delicacy, right? That's all I'm saying.
We brought back the T-Rex because we heard flambeing this shit. So good.
Yeah. That's what Jurassic Park would actually be. It wouldn't be a. It would be a restaurant. It wouldn't be a theme park.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a theme park. It would be because like, come on. If you bring back an extinct animals, there's gonna be that one fucker who's like.
Me. I'm going to be that.
So how they taste? How do they taste? Come on, there's definitely going to be a dinosaur restaurant somewhere in the world.
Of course.
You know, I mean, it's the turtle. It's unfortunate that it was perfectly evolved to be.
To be eaten. I mean,
the writing was on the wall.
I mean, there are some animals where I'm just like, without humans, you'd be on your last legs. I mean,
we saved you. You should be grateful, snow leopard.
Like, how did pandas become China's like national animal? Right, because isn't it like pandas? Isn't it like they have to?
Fuck.
They do not fuck.
Yeah,
they just
they don't.
refuse to fucking have offspring and fuck. And I'm just like, if you have an animal that just like does anything that it possibly could to willingly not fucking breed, like at which point do you just like maybe they just don't want to like, exist anymore?
Well, the panda's just like we just want to die. Could you stop?
Here's the problem with us as humans when I think it comes to us with extinct animals.
Yeah.
The amount of shits we give about saving an animal is inherently tied to how cute it is. That is such a. I refuse to believe any other explanation.
True.
Yeah.
If you told us, oh, we have to save this one species of flounder, people would be like, oh, you can live without a flounder.
But it's delicious.
Yeah. But it's like,
there's two things people care about: is it delicious
and is it cute?
And is it cute?
Right. Like if a panda wasn't as cute as it is, would we care?
Probably not as much.
We are so fucking biased. All of the animals we want to save are either cool as fuck or cute as fuck.
That is true.
Think about it. Think of an animal off the top of the head that people are trying to help, like you see campaigns about and stuff, where the animal isn't cute or cool.
I mean, I don't know how, like, I know, like, the most endangered species I know are, like, pandas,
Tigers.
Name extinct animals.
Tigers.
That are going extinct. Cool.
Cool, yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's just any animal with good PR, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
But to get good PR, you need to be cute, right?
Yeah. Cute or like badass.
Like if a species of snake was dying out, those snake people online would
Snake people.
Snake people.
You know who I'm talking about, but most people wouldn't give a shit. Let's be honest. Like you're not going to see the fundraisers about it. I'm just being honest. Like that's how we are. We're so fucking biased as humans.
Yeah,
we love to be like, oh yeah, save all the animals except the ugly ones. Fuck them. They can die.
Unless they're like exceptionally ugly, like the blobfish, where it just becomes a meme. Then it's like, well, now we gotta save it because look at this motherfucker.
Now it's fugly. And now it's just great.
like so ugly it's cute. Almost.
Now I'm fucking cheering for it because it's the fucking underdog now. Look at him. No one's gonna cheer for that. So I'm gonna cheer for that.
If we're like, oh, we need to save the tooth fish, and it's just a fish that is just like literally razor blades and like no eyes or face.
Yeah.
You're like, well, no one gives a fuck if it dies. I mean, I don't get me wrong. I'm sure the scientists who spend their life researching this stuff will be very sad, but the general population doesn't care.
Yeah.
And let's not pretend like we do. We don't. We don't.
We don't. We only care when it's already happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Where
I
it's
mean, like animals have been going extinct for the entire history of nature itself.
I'm not
right?
saying we should just let them go extinct.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like I feel like there should be I feel like we should try to preserve nature as much as we can.
Yeah, of course.
But
we're not going to be like weak mindset. See ya.
What are we, the board meeting of the fucking Lorax?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? Like, I think we should get rid of all the plants. Fuck them. We need more water parks. Fuck them. Fuck the plants.
I mean, like, if humans have had like a direct effect on making this animal extinct, I think, we should take responsibility.
Yeah.
We should be like, okay, we kind of fucked up their entire environment, their entire habitat.
Yeah.
Let's try not to do that again, unless they're delicious, of course.
You think rabbits have this meeting? Should we stop fucking? I don't think we're taking over a lot of things. No.
Just enjoying it too much.
Consume. Fuck. Consume.
This episode is sponsored by ExpressVPN.
Watching Netflix without using ExpressVPN is like buying tickets to a Taylor Swift concert, but only being.
Thanks.
Very
Very
easy. I don't know what else there is to say. It's easy. You can pick any country you want, and if you want to change your region for whatever reason, be it content. Episode.
Have you ever had to like clear out a wasp infestation or whatever?
Yeah. It sucks.
What's the process around?
Broom and running shoes.
Yeah, well, in the UK, I think you're supposed to call a specialist.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of people just take matters into their own hands.
Yeah, we just take matters into our own hands.
Yeah, because like I know I've had to see Sydney's dad deal with like a wasp nest being like just newly formed, and even that was just like I am standing behind it's like 6 foot of bulletproof glass while I'm watching you do this because
How do they deal with it? You just shoot it? That's the most American bug. Not on my property! Honey, get the shotgun.
No, he had a broom. He had a broom as well. But he had a shotgun just in case.
There is no good reason to own an M16 unless there's a wasp.
I have seen.
I'm gonna shoot them down one at a time.
I have seen like a video on YouTube of like Americans, and I think they were Texans getting rid of wasps' nests with a shotgun, and it went exactly how you think it went.
Oh shit! Wasps immediately come and attack.
Yeah.
No, it's like, is there any like fucking animals that terrify you that you'd see and you're like?
I think Australia's just conditioned me to be like, as long as it doesn't kill me, I'm not really afraid of it.
There's no like one particular animal or that scares me the most, but like, I mean, if there's a deer or a bear in front of me, I'm gonna be scared. We've already spoke about this.
Yeah, we have.
Scared.
It's not so much me being scared of a lot of animals. It's just me being like creeped out or cautious about them, right? Like I'm not scared of a cockroach, but I'm not like, ooh, yay, little cockroach. I don't love it.
Yeah.
You know what's okay? One bug, not scary.
Okay.
Like 50 bugs together freaks me the fuck out.
Yeah, I'm actually the same. Like I fucking hate spiders. I mean, like only a few people don't hate spiders, but I actually prefer like the bigger the spider is, like the more comforting it is for me because at least I can see it. It never leaves my
Easy to
view.
kill.
Right.
It's like it's
Get the shotgun.
A larger hitbox.
yeah, it literally's got like a larger hitbox, right? In case I want to do something.
Yeah.
Those fucking small spiders that scurry about, those are the ones that
Yeah.
fucking keep me up at night. And I don't know why. I don't know why.
One thing I don't miss about the UK, we had a lot of spiders in my house in Wales.
Are they?
Really?
Are any of them poisonous though?
No. Just like, you just don't want to see, like when they go under your bed and you've like lost them.
Weak mindset.
It does suck when you see a spider go underneath your bed and you're like, I'm dead.
No, the worst one is when you're sleeping and you see it on the ceiling and you
Yeah.
blink and it's just disappeared.
Yeah.
I've told you about I've had like loads of mice and rat problems in the UK.
Yeah.
Have I told you about that?
No.
I
Actually, I think you.
I've had rats in Swansea and I had mice in London.
Right. What's the difference between a mouse and a rat again?
Oh, you know the difference.
Rat is like
Bro.
a huge mouse.
Rats are like, well, they're massive, dude. They're fucking disgusting.
Rats are like the mega chads.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the mice are just like civilians.
Mice aren't that scary, but mice are so fast. Like
Rats are fast.
Mice move at like the fucking speed of light, though. And also, the thing that sucks about mice is that they can like, no gap is too small for mice. Sure.
Yeah.
They can fit through anything. So they would go under the door. Even
Yeah.
though the clearance is like this, they would like squeeze underneath.
They turn into a liquid form.
Literally, dude. I remember because we were. It was so funny because this maisonette in London that was created. It was being touted as being rat and mouse proof. That was the whole point behind the building.
Okay.
Yeah. And the landlord was extremely furious when I told him about it. I was like, "Yeah, man, we got mice." And he's like, "What? I bought this place specifically because I was told that it couldn't have mice." I'm like, "Well, we got mice." And so
How do
we
you make a place mouse and rat?
it's not
don't
possible.
know.
I don't think
Yeah.
it's possible. And so we had these mice, and they always came out at night. I don't know if that's normal.
Yeah.
I never saw them during the day.
Are
It
they
was
nocturnal?
horrible. I don't know. It was horrible though, because I'd be like in my bed watching Netflix, TV's there, door is here, and I just see a shadow
Oh shit.
in my room,
Yeah, I've had that before.
and I was like, "What the fuck?
It's so weird. We don't get mice and rats in Australia.
It's too hot." I don't know.
Well, I think it's because all the snakes are fucking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
right.
Well, because they get like fucked by snakes and
Yeah.
stuff like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Yeah,
Cats
exactly.
and stuff. And we tried all this expensive stuff for killing them.
Yeah.
In the end, the thing that killed them the most was just
Mousetrap.
the basic Amazon mousetrap. It would clap their cheeks.
Don't fix something that's not broken, right?
I think the poison killed some of them, but we ended up just needing to like clog it. But the thing is,
Yeah.
they chew through everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And no matter what you clog it with, they get through it. Like and in New York, the rats can chew through concrete.
Yeah.
shit.
Little by little, right?
Insane.
Yeah.
It's insane.
The one pest that
Like
like
some Shawshank shit.
yeah, the one pest that like terrifies me of ever getting is termites. I've never known anyone with termites.
Oh, we
What's-
had termites.
Oh,
It's not
what's
really a
it
problem
like?
unless you have like a wood house, though, is it?
Yeah, because like my parents' place had like a termite infestation, and it was scary because it's like, oh, the house might come.
Yeah, right.
down.
Like it's the one of the few pests that if you have it in your house and under the right conditions, it could just kill you,
Yeah.
right? Because
Well,
you
yeah,
could
because
just
wooden houses in Australia mainly, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. That makes
yeah.
sense.
How'd you deal with termites? Like, what's the process around getting rid of
When it
termites?
comes to termites, you just have to call like a specialist for that.
Don't they just
Right.
like gas the place?
Pretty much,
then-
they like smoke it out basically.
Right.
Yeah, but like, yeah, we had a termite. It wasn't like a massive infestation, but we were like, yeah, we should probably get rid of these now because if they expand, yeah, the house is gonna come down.
Yeah.
Like, so fuck that.
That's fucking terrible.
It's
That's
so scary.
That's so sick that when they do that, like when they just put like gas all in the house.
Yeah.
I just find that so cool.
Well, why?
Why
I
is
don't know
that
why.
cool?
It's like, wow, they just put like a tent over the house and gas it. I'm like, that's so badass. Who thought like, we're like, oh, we're gonna kill these rats. We gotta use these rat poison. The guy's like, hold on, boys, what if we gas the whole
What if we
house?
nuke the house?
And I'm like, the first time someone suggested that, someone must have been like, you're crazy. I was like, no, hold on. What if we put a big tent, a comically large tent around the house? Someone was like, you're a genius. Let's try it.
Well, how else are they gonna get rid of like thousands of tiny insects just living in every single crevice?
They're not gonna
of
be
your
like,
house? They're gonna be like, well, it's either like the tent or the flamethrower, and I'm like, before we get the flamethrower out, maybe we should try the tent. Maybe.
I think the one job on earth, sort of somewhat related to this, not dealing with like getting rid of bugs and stuff, but
Yeah.
you know, people who clean houses after people have died.
yeah,
That's like the one job I don't think I could do.
Oh, it depends
What
how
do you mean?
horribly they die.
Yeah.
Well, because normally, when you get older, you struggle to take care of yourself, so the house gets like really like, fucked. And I saw one of them about Japan. It's so depressing. And it's just like,
No, it happens very often in Japan.
yeah. And they go in and they're just like, well, we're just going to take all this guy's possessions and trash them and stuff. It's like, oh, that would break my heart, dude. Just going into someone's house trying to figure out like what their like life was like and stuff. I couldn't do it.
Oh, I mean, I guess. I mean,
You're like, oh, I don't give a fuck. Put it on.
Because
Bring in the trash truck.
I
Boy,
thought you meant people who had like been brutally murdered. Or
Yeah,
something.
that's what I thought.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that's a pretty bad
I mean, that's
job.
probably one part of it. But like, what if you're like a guy who like couldn't take care of yourself? You're like 70 and maybe you couldn't make it to the toilet and stuff.
I don't know. I feel like I feel
And
like
the room smells
Just like
really-
shit yourself.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it happens. Like, it happens.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, I think that'd be like a fine job. I mean,
Well,
it's,
God's sake, I'll do it. Give me a tenner. Do it.
I mean, it's not a pleasant job, but I feel like it's.
Would it not freak you out just knowing that like someone was there, like, and living there, like a week ago? That would freak me out.
I think you get pretty numb to it after a while.
Yeah,
though.
I mean,
I
I
don't
feel like
know.
cleaning out, all of their stuff. You just like be like, oh, this is someone's legacy. This is
Yeah, that would freak
someone's
me out.
entire life.
Why would it
Trying
freak
to-
you out?
I don't know. Just trying to figure out what happened. Like, what was their life like?
Maybe
What-
they wouldn't. I think that's super interesting.
Yeah.
You get like a peek into someone's not saying like this is like a glorious job or something,
Yeah.
but I think if someone died peacefully of like old age or something, and you're cleaning their house, I think that would be like a really interesting way
Most-
to
You can like
really
piece together what they're like.
piece
Mo-
together
mo-
what kind
yeah,
of person they are, and like
I think unfortunately in the modern era we have this peaceful ignorance that we think that a lot of deaths are this like pleasant. He passed away with his friends and family, especially in like Japan and stuff. It's like no, like Tanaka-san died age 19 in his apartment, and his family hadn't seen him in 5 years, and
Yeah.
he doesn't have any friends. And
Right.
And he's
it's
just a skeleton now.
And it's like
Yeah.
it's fucked
It
up
happens.
because the video was like following this guy that I
Right.
watched, and he was cleaning it out, and it was just like he was like, "Yep, it looks like he tried to make some food right before he passed, but he wasn't able to." And it's like, man, just
heartbreaking,
Man, just
yeah.
wanted the curry, dude. Like, we all deserve that. We all deserve just a nice
Before
meal.
the curry.
wait. So how did they die then?
Well, if you're getting really old and you're not, and you're not able to make it to the toilet and stuff, and you can barely get out of bed, and no one's there to help you, it can be really fucked.
Oh yeah.
Like, one day your heart could just be like, I don't think so. And then just stop,
Yeah, I mean, I think there are worse ways to pass away than that. I mean, it's they died in their home, and I think that would be something where a lot of people wish to pass away.
I think a worse job is like the people who have to clean up after like train accidents.
Yeah, that would
Japan,
be
that's-
traumatic for
Yeah,
you.
that would
Like-
suck ass.
Like to me, if I knew a guy died peacefully, peacefully of old age in their own house, I'm like, you know what? Death is never a nice thing, but if there was a way that I would want to go, it'd be like that. Just nice and peaceful in the comfort of my own home.
Just like very quietly, just like reflecting on that person's life. Meanwhile, it's like, oh, cool, this guy jumped in front of a train. I have to pick up his fucking pieces of his skull. It's like I would much rather do the house job
Yeah.
than the other one.
I know. I remember I stayed like at an Airbnb once, and the guy running this Airbnb was like this old Japanese guy. He was like in his 70s or something, and it was like showing us, giving us a tour around the house, and it's a bit morbid actually, but just like 1 block away from their house was like a graveyard, right?
Oh, yeah.
And we had to walk through this graveyard to get to his house, right? And he pauses at one of the graves, and he talks about, oh, this is my dad's here, my granddad is here, and I'm gonna be right there. And me and Sydney go,
He's always prepared. He's prepared.
cool. That's. How'd you react to that? How'd you react to an old guy being like, yeah, I'm gonna be there in a few years. I'm like,
Why wait? Let's do it now. Okay, out of nowhere.
But I mean, I can't even like begin to empathize what my thoughts would be like at that age. At what point do you just accept your own mortality
I think
and you
that's
just
kinda badass.
come to terms with it and come to peace with it,
I think
right?
that's kind of badass though, to be like, just kind of facing reality and being like, you know what, I'm gonna be there soon. I'm just gonna enjoy life, you know, while I still have it, kind of thing, you know.
Yeah.
He's pre-ordered it. He pre-ordered his gravestone.
He pre-ordered the
Pre-ordered death.
he had like the space, like, and everything. I was just like, oh, for, like, to me as a young guy, to me as like a guy in his 30s, that's like, dude, that's a bit morbid to me. But I mean, I don't know. I at that age, I don't know how I'd feel.
Well, people in Japan like everything planned out. That's
they
true.
do.
They like everything to
That's
be
true.
predictable. They're like, I want to know when I'm dying, so I can figure out how many crochets I need to do.
Okay, at which age would you ever consider getting life insurance? Right? Because
Isn't it when you get like kids, you're supposed to?
Yeah, usually.
or like writing a will, right? 'Cause
Right.
It's something you never really think about.
But don't they say that you should write a will like in your 20s?
Yeah, I've wanted.
Yeah.
To, I've been meaning to.
Yeah. Like,
feel like-
we're at that age group where we should have a will already.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I think it's when you have something. You know, if we're quite successful, we've done well.
Yeah.
And so if you have some savings that could be of great help to your family members or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
fuck the government. Don't give it to them.
Yeah.
Make sure you know in your family who gets it.
Yeah.
So I think if you have anything worth giving to your family that is significant, you should do well at any age. You know, God forbid something happens, but
Yeah,
you know,
God forbid, right?
And to
But-
my sister, I give my entire body pillow collection. Nothing else. Do not touch the bank
Good.
money.
who am I giving my YouTube channel to? I'm literally giving away clout. Who wants the clout on my YouTube channel?
I have already decided that I want the reading of my will to be a comical endeavor. So I'm going to add the most stupid items to my will and be extremely specific with instructions, just to get a good laugh from the grave.
Yeah, I don't know, because like I don't have any brothers or sisters, and I would hope that I pass away after my parents. So, and I don't have any kids right now. So at this point, I'm just like, when is there ever that like awkward conversation or that awkward realization to be like, I should write a will or I should look into life insurance? Because I don't know, like I don't know about your parents, but like I remember like a few years ago, my parents told me that they had started writing their wills, and I'm just like, Mom, Dad, I don't want to think about that right now. You know, just don't tell me. I don't want to. I acknowledge it, but at the same time, just I don't want to hear about it.
I mean, my dad just used to meme his will all the time, like growing up, being like, if I ever did like a good deed, my dad would be like, I'm adding that to the will. You get an extra item on my will. It's like, yes. And my sister would be like, what the fuck?
It's like a fucking competition. It's like,
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
who wants the house and the will? Who's it gonna be?
Yeah, because like I've told the story of how like I gave my dad wanted like a car engine.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And he's like, son, the entire record collection that I have was to your sister, but now it's under your name now. I was just like, yes.
I'd like to think your dad doesn't even have a will, and he's just making shit
he's
up.
making it up.
He's just saying shit as he goes along.
Probably. But yeah, I remember I read somewhere, I think it was on like a Japanese program, that they recommend that you should just write a will like as soon as you're just like have
I
awareness
think it's
of
pretty
like
cheap.
your
It's
life.
pretty cheap. I think
Yeah.
any document, and then you get it witnessed, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it's
fucking know.
that complicated. I think it's just like going out of your way to be like, hey, I'm going to write about the moment after I've passed away and who gets my belongings. And you know, before you think to yourself, you're like, I don't have any belongings worth giving away to begin with. Why would I write a will?
Well, my JoJo collection needs to go somewhere.
Who would you give that to? Who would you give that to? Would you
I
trust
would-
one of
I
your
would-
family
I
members
would,
to it?
I would trust the boys with my JoJo figures. I'd like to think
Oh.
that you'd keep on to them.
Thank you
You'd
very much.
treat them well.
You would
Definitely not reselling that.
You can resell it if you want. I better get good price. It's my JoJo.
Like on your deathbed, I'll be like, could you just like quickly sign
Yeah,
these?
hopefully my name won't be worthless at that point.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll be worth something. I don't know.
How do you go about like what is the structure of writing a will though? That's what I've always wanted to know. Like, do you write it like a novel or like a letter? Like,
I think you can be as
can you write it like a poem?
I think you can be as playful as you want with it. You ever thought about doing a video will?
A video? Yeah.
What's up, guys? Welcome to my will. So I'm dead.
Is that like the new YouTuber fucking trend? We've had apology videos. Now we just have. Now we just
Make
have-
sure to subscribe.
So-
Just kidding. You're not gonna get another video after
You've
this.
heard of I made this video 5 years ago and uploaded it.
Yeah.
Get ready for I made this video when I was alive and it's the play when I died. I think that would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
I think that would be cool.
Like kind of
Also-
like, so if you're watching this video, I'm dead.
But
Yeah,
also,
yeah,
the
right.
payoff might not work if like YouTube like doesn't exist in like 60 years.
Or it's probably going to be like age restricted
Yeah.
and fucking banned off YouTube. I mean, imagine that. Someone like dies of like a terminal
Well,
cancer.
no, you can play a video of a dead person on YouTube.
Well, I mean,
It's not it's not you showing the fucking footage of you dying.
I mean, the
It's like me now, age 20. I record something. I'm like,
Oh,
this is to be
yeah,
played.
yeah.
Not me like, bye guys, boom. Like, it's not that. It's
I mean, like the only like closest thing I could think of was like the unfortunate thing of what happened with Etika, and that that got removed my YouTube. So I don't know. We've never had it before, so I guess we've never had like a precedent before of like what would
well, no,
happen.
there's these YouTubers who have died, and the video's still up. I think that was a special.
But like,
circumstance.
has there been a YouTuber who has recorded their like a goodbye video? Post that
right
would,
before they die.
No, like a goodbye video that would be uploaded post mortem. You know, does that make sense?
Without, okay, can I ask a more of a question? Are you asking that without the intention of then doing something very sinister?
Yeah, without the
Like
intention.
natural
no,
like
no,
let's say they have like a terminal illness or something, and
Oh yes, there is.
there has been.
There is.
Yeah,
there
I'm
was
sure
a,
there has
There was a very. It's a powerful watch.
I don't think I could like. I don't think I have the
it's
heart
hard,
to
it's
watch.
hard to
it.
Yeah, I don't think I can watch
A
it.
guy was logging his cancer journey.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot the name. I wish I knew the name off by heart, but it's hard to watch because
Yeah.
you know he's doing well at some points, and then it's unfortunately it takes a turn for the worst.
Yeah.
And the last few videos he uploads are very painful. He's in like the hospice, and
Oh god.
and you know it's really I think that it's very rare that we had footage of watching that, but yeah, he was uploading a video, and yeah, he unfortunately passes away, but all the videos are there and his whole journey's there, and
Yeah.
it's very inspiring.
But how cool is it that, at least, all of that is now documented
Yeah, yeah,
forever.
yeah.
And that's just like out there for people to watch and be inspired by. Like that's
I can
dope.
imagine that
I think
a
that's
lot of people
badass.
found comfort with it. I mean, yeah, it's hard to watch because
Yeah.
it's just
Yeah, I don't think I could.
yeah.
Yeah. Like okay, this is going on a tangent, right? Because we are talking about terminal illnesses and stuff like that. Like, do you feel like watching that, watching something like that happen in your eyes, in front of your eyes? Do you feel like with how awful that situation is, that seeing that kind of thing portrayed in media so often has kind of like desensitized you to like how awful that is in reality, just because the cancer patient or someone dying of cancer has been like used as such a common writing trope in like every sad anime film and just like every sad plot point in general.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's. I guess until you experience it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and it's someone close to you, or even with yourself, you experience it. Like, I think it's impossible to portray it. In an
Yeah.
authentic way.
I think though, just the sole fact that that trope has been used so many times in fiction, and yet it still continues to draw emotion out of the viewer or the listener, whatever it is. Right?
Yeah.
Like people, like stories about like, oh, the main character has a terminal illness, slowly dying, and it shows all of that. Like,
Yeah.
First time you consume anything like that, 99% of people will be very emotional, like cry.
Yeah.
But it's interesting how you could watch 10 different shows like that, and you'd probably still cry on the 10th one as
Yeah.
well, right? So I think like even though it's been overused in fiction, I think just that is so powerful and potent enough that like it'll just continue to like evoke some kind of emotion. Let alone if you yourself experience that shit, like that is like that just adds on to it.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, some people be desensitized to it, sure,
Yeah.
But I think at the end of the day, there's a reason why writers still use that
Yeah,
trope.
I guess for me, like I went through like a weird experience where I had seen so many stories like this that there was a point where I got desensitized to the media, where it was just like, oh, it's a character dying because of a terminal illness.
Yeah.
Like and then I unfortunately experienced a family member passing away because of something like this, and it was just like it definitely grounded me in a way that I never, not that I never thought I would, I just like put things into perspective for me, right? And it just, I don't know, like I haven't, since that has happened, I've like actively avoided any stories around that because it seems way more real to me. So I don't know how I would react to that. Like, but part of the reason, for example, that I couldn't watch Clan ads, right? Or I couldn't finish Clan ads, was because at the time I was watching it, it just felt like cry porn, right?
Yeah.
It just felt like cry porn, where like I was like so disconnected with what was happening on screen, because I'm just like, you know, this is Key just trying to make me cry.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
it's trying to make me cry. But yeah, I don't know if I had a point. I just like I don't know if I would react differently to watching those types of media now that I have grown up and I have more experience about you know, the real events that I guess influence stories like this. And if I would still feel the same way, or if I would still be desensitized, because it is a fictional story that has been told many times.
I think when it gets to that point, though, it just revolves around how well written. Like,
That's
those
true.
stories and
That's
characters
true.
are. Because
Some-
there are so many stories where they use that trope, but you're just like, okay, I know I'm supposed to feel sad for this character right now, but the writing is so mediocre that it hasn't given me enough emotional storage for me to care about this character.
That's true. That's true.
I think it's like impossible to replicate the feeling of going through it in real life, just because like no matter how good the writing is, because you know you're talking about something that, let's say it's a movie, tries to do it in 2 hours. What would take essentially like a lifetime to build up. The reason it's so crippling in real life and it hurts so much is because if it's like your friend and it happens at 20, it's like, all right, well, you have 20 years of being their friend, and now it feels like it's being like robbed. So I feel like it's almost impossible to portray it in a way that will give you the same emotion. I think it can give you a sense of empathy in a very deep way, but nowhere near can it like compare to the feeling that you might feel if you go through it. I think.
Well, I think one of the biggest, not issues, but one of the biggest hurdles between like communicating your experiences to an audience member or to someone who hasn't experienced the same thing as you is that there is like such a massive difference between sympathy and empathy. Like there'll be people I talk to and they talk about their experiences, and I can definitely sympathize with the emotion that they're feeling, but there's also like, do you guys ever feel like a connection with someone who has actually shared the same experience with you, like the same emotional experience with you? Then there's a connection there when you share that experience that cannot be replicated, no matter how much other people would try to understand you and try to understand your feelings and everything like that. There is a feeling that cannot be replicated without the same empathy, and I don't know. There's something special about being able to communicate that empathy through like fictional media, right? Because there are some times where I watch a film and I feel something that's not just, hey, you should cry or you should feel this because this character went through that. It's, wow, I really feel like an actual connection with the creator now, because he's portraying an emotion that I know is impossible to depict unless you have been through that exact experience.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of when was the latest time. I mean, off the top of my head, I think of like Evangelion, right? And like why that's why I have such a close emotional connection to that. And it's so weird for me with Ava, because I've watched Ava in several stages of my life, and the reason it's the most important for me was because there was a point where I felt like I was going through the exact same emotions the creator was. And this is going on like a complete fucking tangent, by the way. And yeah, I guess to me, that's why going on a different tangent. That's why media is like such a big part of my life, and why I'm a fucking anime YouTuber, I guess, is because I guess that's what I search for in media, which is not just to be entertained, but like this connection with a person and a creator. And that's why I try to make content. And And I don't know what I don't know where to go from there, but
Thank
that
you
was.
for coming to my TED talk.
Thank you for coming to my TED talk. Wow. I mean, that's I guess this is where you go from talking about people dying from cancer, right? Where'd you go from here?
Yeah, I don't know. It's like it's tough because like I think the one like emotion that I personally feel when it comes to like real life situations and stuff like that is like it's not even like because when you're watching like media that revolves around like a death of a character, right? In any situation, most people think of like sadness, like depression, like some like rooted emotion, but like people who have experienced, at least for me, when I experienced like a real death that happened, like you don't feel anything. Like it's like you feel empty. And I think this feeling of emptiness is extremely difficult to portray in fiction.
Yeah.
Because it's like how do you try to show or evoke an emotion that is not an emotion?
Yeah. Right.
And it's like because I remember like when one of my friends from high school he unfortunately passed away very suddenly from an illness.
Right.
I had never experienced that. That was like the first time I had experienced death in close, like a real death in close vicinity.
Yep.
And like it was so weird because media and people who haven't experienced that would lead you to believe that like you go to a funeral and everyone's crying. It's like everyone's sad. And I thought I was the weird one because I didn't cry at his funeral. And I was like, am I weird? Am I being desensitized? Like, like I should be sad. I should be crying. I should be grieving, all that kind of stuff. And not to say that I wasn't.
Yeah.
But like, I think because I'd never experienced anything like that before, that's when I realized I was like, oh, I'm feeling empty.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's beyond sadness. It's beyond grief. And like, it was almost like this weird thing where like, I didn't start crying about his death until I got home. That's when it like hit.
That was the exact same experience I had with my grandma as well.
Yeah.
Like at the funeral, I was just like, am I broken? Am I a broken human being? Because I feel nothing.
Yeah, it's like I should be crying right now, right?
Yeah.
Like you hear back on like I was hearing back on my friend's life and like hearing speeches from my classmates and whatnot, and I was just like, why am I not crying?
Yeah.
Am I weird?
Yeah.
And then it's like you grieve, everyone's sad, and then I went home and I remember like I went into my room and I lay on the bed and then I just broke down.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that's what that feeling is. And it's like I personally have never seen a piece of fiction that can properly evoke that emotion.
Right.
Like I don't know. It's weird to say like it's not like it's faking an emotion or anything like that when it comes to fiction, but it's like it's not. I wouldn't say it's like it's not the correct emotion.
Yeah.
I feel, and I think that's just because it's just so incredibly difficult to show that real emotion, especially when it's with a bunch of characters that you didn't spend your entire fucking high school life with, right? Like
exactly. So like, personal question: what's the most you've ever cried to like a piece of fiction? At all.
The most?
Yeah.
Probably the second half of Planet Ark Story. Like the last like 6 episodes, I was like I was like episode 14, 15. I'm obviously not going to spoil it.
Yeah.
But like episode like around like episode 14, 15 of Planet Ark Story, like something happens.
Yeah.
And it's like you break down crying, and you think to yourself, okay, it's all out of my system.
Yeah.
And then the next episode starts and it's just like, fuck, man. Why? And then it's just that for the rest of the episodes until it's over. And you're just a fucking mess.
I just cried everything. A lot too short. Stuff that isn't even said I cry.
Like what?
I don't know, like just Deku would be fighting in My Hero Academia and I'll start crying. It depends on my mood, right? Some days I'm like a fucking rock. And it's like, it'd be like the worst thing on earth. And I'll be like,
It's really weird because I've found myself, and I think I think this is healthy because I've found myself more easily crying towards pieces of media and fictional pieces of media now than I did like 5
oh god, yeah.
5 years ago. Yeah, and I think like the thing like the one that broke the camel's back was like Anohana. I'm like
I cried a lot out of
I think before Anohana, I don't think I had ever cried watching an anime?
For me-
I'm trying to think.
For me,
back.
it was weird. It's like very early on when I was watching a lot of anime, like you
Yeah.
know, because I think I first cried at Clannad, and
Yeah.
then it was just like a chain reaction of like,
Yeah.
and then I watched Anohana, and then I
Yeah.
watched Air, and then I watched all these shows that made you cry.
Yeah.
And then for a while I had this blank period where I
Because
just
you exhausted yourself.
maybe,
Yeah.
and then the one that broke the camel's back for me was Makia.
Makia.
Like, yeah,
Angel
Angel Beats made me cry, but
Okay.
like I didn't cry. Like there was so many like sad shows that people were like crying. Like I didn't cry at the end of Your Line April, even though a lot of people did.
I didn't either.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and I was like, am I weird for thinking that? Am I just like overexposed to this kind of media? And then I watched Makia on a fucking plane, tiny screen like this with shitty like
Crying in
headphones.
1p.
Yeah, and like crying to like 3 pixels, and I was like, and then the ending to that just like destroyed me, and I was like,
Yeah.
why is it this one that made me cry after all this time?
It's weird because before, like, anytime I would cry towards something, that thing would be like really fucking special to break down the brick wall that I am. But
The
nowadays,
stone of a man, the obelisk known as Gaunt's emotions.
exactly. But nowadays, because I cry way more easily, I don't know. It's weird. Sometimes I have like empty cries where I cry and I'm just like it's over, and then I feel nothing. It's just like I don't know. It's weird.
Oh,
Like
I'm like, I cry and I feel amazing.
yeah, right.
I
It's,
just
it's
do it.
like
I'm
it's
like,
like
yeah.
a release.
Like I ordered McDonald's the other day and I was like, why did I do this? I'm crying.
I fucking cried to Demon Slayer. I was like, why did I cry?
I get it. I get it. I get it.
No, I get it. I get it.
like I,
The
like,
moment I feel sad, I'm just like, I just get it over with. Man. I just do it.
Yeah, have you ever had those cries though where it doesn't feel like you've released? Where you just feel shittier?
Yeah,
afterwards?
Talk about edging with tears.
Not edging, but
So
like
it's
you
not even-
cry
it's not
and
even
then you
edging.
climax with tears.
No, there's those times where you know you'd watch something really sad and then you just like let the emotions out, and then after your tears have subsided, you're just like, whew, all right, I'm glad that's out. You know, I
Yeah.
feel good. Like all my emotions, all my emotional baggage is out. And then there are some times where you would start crying, and
Yeah.
then once the tears have subsided, you're just like, man, I'm now more sad than I was before I
That's like
started.
that's like
crying.
when I was like 15 with breakups, I'd cry and I'd feel worse.
Oh yeah.
Why did she leave me? You know, going back to funerals, I wouldn't, like, even if I wasn't, like, because, sometimes when you're like 10, you don't really understand what's going on.
yeah.
And then maybe when you get older, you're like 15, 16, and it's like, oh, it's this person that you barely ever met. And you have to, connected. I wouldn't know them, so I wasn't like sad, but I would just like cry because I'm like, why is everyone crying? It's so sad.
Oh,
Bruh. And
you cry because everyone around.
Yeah,
is crying.
because if everyone else is crying around me, I'm like, fuck, well, I gotta do it. Like Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, but like I said, like I would.
This
I would
is
feel,
human emotion. I must cry now.
Sad.exe.
No, like it's something about being around people who, like, when a room is filled with like sad energy, it just makes me get like that.
Yeah,
It depends, man, right? Because it's like, say for example, like the Demon Slayer movie, everyone was crying like fucking crazy at the end of that, and I'm looking around like, oh, it's now. I have to cry now. Well,
Yeah.
I can't get the tears out
No,
right
no,
now,
no,
bro.
no. Like to me, if I cannot cry to a piece of media if there's someone else in there. Like there is a
Not even,
I
like,
can't show the manly tears.
Sydney as well.
Huh?
Sydney as well.
especially Sydney.
What?
Do you know
Really?
why? Do you know
It
why?
should be like, oh baby man, you want a little?
No, because like 10 minutes before the tears even start forming in my eyes, she's bawling her eyes out already. Sydney is
You're on
so-
cleanup duty.
Yeah. Sydney is so emotionally receptive
Yeah.
that like she will start crying 5 minutes before the sad moments happen, and she'll be like in tears.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like, yeah, because if I'm watching with Sydney, I am on emotional cleanup duty. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
it's okay, baby, don't worry. Like, I'm like, baby, like, I didn't even get my point. Like, I didn't even like.
Yeah, I guess you can't really be like, oh baby, are you okay? Hold on, give me a second.
You've heard about relationships where the guy comes too fast and then it ruins it. What about the one who cries too
Where the
fast?
girl
I can't get my tears in. She's already decided it's over before I've even started.
Yeah, because like I remember because like Your Name, I cried like a fucking baby the first time I watched Your Name, and it wasn't even because it was sad. Your Name was, to me, the reason it's one of my favorite anime films is because to me it's like the perfect cinema experience where there are so many things happening on screen that there's like so many emotions that I just get so absorbed that my body doesn't know how to react other than just crying. Sometimes I get emotional and I don't know what to do with it, and I cry.
That's like an overwhelmed cry.
Yeah, it's like an overwhelmed
the music
cry.
when you get that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
fucking
Right.
cry like an EQ. I don't know. It's always the music.
First
Yeah.
note to Black Parade.
It is the music. The music will make me cry instantly. Like My Hero Academia. I don't know why. I tear up whenever I fucking hear you say run, but like actually screaming. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Why? What's going on?
Yeah, I
What's
don't
wrong with
know.
me? It's like I've been programmed to like a certain tune. I'm like,
It's like Pablo.
I literally like,
Yeah.
dog.
And so I remember second time because the first time I went by myself.
Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg, by the way. Watch this. I know you don't really like these segments. I know you can't relate to this.
So the first time I went by myself, and the second time I was like, Sydney, you got to see this film. Fucking amazing film. Gotta come see it with me. And I remember it was the moment just before Rad Wimps start playing, and that is the moment why I start crying.
Yeah.
And I remember sitting in this film, and it was the second time I was getting as emotional. I was getting as into it. I was like getting absorbed. I'm like, it's coming. It's coming. Rad Wimps are about to play. And then like a minute before they start playing, I just hear like next to me. I'm like, oh god. And it just took me out. I'm like, and it of course it's Sydney bawling her eyes out.
Yeah.
But that's why as much as I love Sydney, if I'm watching a sad thing, if I want to have an emotional release, I cannot watch it with her in the room.
Shut the fuck up!
I'm like, Sydney, can you stop being emotional for 1 second?
Did you watch this new movie?
Is Weathering?
Oh, Weathering with You.
Yeah, Weathering with You. Yes, I did. watch
Did you cry?
that. I did not cry.
Did you cry at who's the other director who's good?
Mama for Soda?
What's his Bell?
I thought Belle was okay. It was.
Did you say it was mid?
Okay, here's.
I watched it then.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
What did you think of it? Okay, did you watch it in cinemas?
No.
Okay, I feel like that's a movie you have to experience in cinemas because everyone I've talked to who has seen Belle, right? They've talked about how it's like a fucking incredible cinema experience with like the sound and the music and like there are definitely scenes in Belle where I'm like, I get that. It feels like, especially with like the musical scenes, the musical numbers, it feels like these scenes were made to be experienced in a theater with like the surround sound and everything. In terms of the plot and everything else, it was not his greatest movie, in my opinion.
Was it one of those movies though that it was like cry-bait?
Yeah.
So it was like because that's the
I
thing.
felt
it's
like it didn't earn it.
Right, but that's the thing is like sometimes it's so weird with fiction that is like obvious cry-bait.
Yeah.
Where it's like sometimes it's like, yes, I will buy into the cry-bait
Yeah,
very
yeah.
happily. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
there are other times where it's like, okay, you don't have to push this in my face this much. Like I'll cry when I want to cry or
Yeah.
if I can cry.
They,
you know?
they have a digital world in the show, and a movie stuff. And I just wasn't invested in this world. I just didn't think it was like, I couldn't see it being a thing or why people would care. Like because it was like, we're just gonna make an online world where you can be anything except you can't, and the avatar's chosen for you. And also, there seems to be like a class system where some people are more important than others in this world.
Why does that just sound like something?
And I was like, this is just
It
like
is exactly Star Wars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was like, oh, how do you know it's a whole sort of a horror movie?
He's made the same movie again with Beauty and the Beast this time.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was Beauty and the Beast. That's what I was
yeah.
also like. What's this? I wasn't. I was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. I agree with you.
You know what? I watched in the cinema.
What?
The Batman.
Oh, how was it?
Very, very good.
Really?
Have you watched it?
No,
Is it 3 hours?
Yes.
Okay.
And I loved it.
How was Robert Pattinson?
Delightful. Just a treat.
Yeah?
What a great guy. What a great guy.
What a bloke.
Okay,
I saw a meme the other day. It was like 2010. It was like women like fawning over Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
It was like 2020 men fawning over Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
It's so true, dude.
Hell yeah.
It's good. It's a good
on him.
movie.
Good
It's a
on
good
him.
movie.
Is it a good movie or is it a good Batman movie?
I think it's not that much of a Batman movie.
Really?
Because
I'd give it 8.5 out of 10.
because I'm like one of the weird people who really don't give that much of a shit about Batman. I don't know. To me, it's just
I really like this portrayal by Robert Pattinson.
Yeah.
I thought
Is it like more like? Is it kind of more like on like the Joker side? of like storytelling,
No,
or is it
no.
more like a Batman Begins?
Oh, well, I suppose
Dark Knight
if
type
that's the scale that we're going with, I guess it would lean more towards the Joker side.
Okay.
But I wouldn't compare it to the Joker either. It's more like they clearly want to tell Batman as a character through this kind of somewhat realistic lens of like, if Batman was a real person, he would be a fucking weird.
Like more like a human drama side.
Well, it's a kind of detective movie, but also, you know, they don't shy away from showing Batman as having a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Like the man's got problems.
Yeah.
You know, and
More money, more problems.
yeah, dude. And I liked the villain. I thought it was pretty good.
The Riddler this time.
The Riddler.
Oh, it's
yeah.
Riddler. Oh shit.
I thought they did a really interesting take on the Riddler that I liked. I just had fun. Like I was there for 3 hours. Maybe towards the end, I felt like I could have hurried up a little bit.
Yeah.
But overall, I wasn't bored. I really enjoyed it. I had a great time.
I'm interested to see what Riddler is like in a movie of that caliber, right? Because to me, the Riddler is Jim Carrey.
It's literally the opposite.
It is opposite. Okay.
Yeah. I think you'd both like it if you watched it.
I'm sure I would. Yeah.
And it's
like
a great
all
cinema
that.
experience. Like,
Okay.
it was fucking.
The thing that's always wondered me about the Riddler is how the fuck did that work in the age of Google? You know, like the Riddler comes up with like a riddle or something, and Batman's like, "Hold on a second, okay, I got the answer now. I got the answer."
Batman's like, I think I saw that in the BuzzFeed article.
Or it's like the
I don't
one,
know.
it's like the one YouTube short that he like watched the other day, and he's just like, "I remember that one. I
Yeah.
know the answer to that
Oh,
one."
fuck! I would look it up. I was showing it on TikTok, but the algorithm's so shit.
The only issue with the movie is that I wish Robert Pattinson was just out of the costume. He's just so good. Why?
Does he do like the gravelly like Batman? Like,
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's pretty good at it.
Oh, okay.
He's just really good at doing voices in general.
He's just a good actor,
He's a good actor.
right?
Definitely.
I watched Good Time again. I gotta watch Good Time. It's so good. Please watch Good Time. It's so good.
This episode is sponsored by Harry's.
As you guys know from all the other Harry's ad reads we've done, I use Harry's. It's the only razor I use when I want to shave my face. It's the only razor I trust that actually does a clean shave even after the first few times you've used it, unlike the other razors that I've used in the past. So much so that when I went to the episode,
Because I can't think of, has there ever been a Batman that I thought was interesting? Because I feel like before the Dark Knight Rises, Batman just had an awful streak of just bad movies, and that just made his
what's DC in general?
yeah.
Oh man,
True,
you
true.
don't like the George Clooney Batman?
Well, with the fucking bat credit card and the fucking bat nipples and all
Yeah,
that
hell yeah,
fucking
dude.
shit. Even the best thing about that was fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, right?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I just feel like for the longest time, Batman was just either a boring or comical character to me, and the most interesting characters were the villains of Batman. And
Yeah.
the only time I thought Batman was an interesting character was actually during the animated series.
Oh, yeah, very good.
Like that was peak Batman for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you seen the animated series?
Yeah, I love the animation.
How does this compare to like the animated series? Because that to me that is good Batman.
It's a different experience though entirely. Right. Like, it's hard to compare them both when they're both trying to do wildly different things.
Right.
I think. But that's also so good because Mark Hamill's the Joker in that is amazing.
Yeah. Fucking
so
so
good. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable comparing it almost. I feel like it's not
Apples
fair.
and oranges,
It's not a
isn't
fair
it?
fight.
Yeah.
I think you should just watch it. You won't regret it. Just watch it.
Conclusion: watch it.
Genuinely, like it's definitely like.
No, I want to. I
This
definitely
is just Connor talking about media in general.
Yeah.
Connor, sell me on it.
Just watch it. innit?
No, there's a lot of stuff I'll tell you not to watch. I don't think it's worth your time. This, however, is worth it.
Did you play the Batman Arkham games as well?
I loved the Batman Arkham Asylum
Yeah.
game, dude.
I got a story-based game
That
that
was.
you
It was hardly story. The combat was fun, punching, exploring. and stuff.
That's true.
I don't know what the story was. I know Joker was.
God damn it! I thought we had one thing in common for once when.
He's got goopy gamer brain.
Yeah, Goopy
I liked
Gamer
it, and
Brain.
there was also like the combat trials. That shit was fun as fuck.
You did the combat trials?
Because I was addicted to getting all the achievements. on
Wait, you
Xbox.
did side stories?
Well, no. So I was obsessed with gamer school.
That's like the last thing I do. Like I hate it when there is like a fucking when there's a point in the game where you can like do a trial for the combat or one of the game mechanics. I'm like, get this shit out of my face. I don't
No,
want
me too.
Yeah, okay.
Unless there's achievements.
Well,
So,
So you're an achievement hunter.
I wasn't actually.
Right.
So here's what happened, right? When I first got my Xbox and I discovered these achievement things, I thought, oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool thing to strive towards. And then my friend was an achievement hunter, and I was like, I want to be better than him. And so I was like, well, I'm going to start doing it. And then I got kind of addicted to it. And I would research games that were easy to get all of the achievements on, and then buy them and do that just to get the achievement score.
Yeah.
I had like 60,000 gamer score or something. You could only get about 1,000 a game.
Yeah.
So I had, but you got DLC for some stuff as well. I bought Lost, the game, like this TV show Lost, specifically because you could get all the achievements in like 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why.
I
I was absolutely addicted to getting these achievements, and Arkham Asylum was one of them I got 100% on. And it was really hard because you had to do one of the trials and maintain a combo of like 100 or something. I can't remember what it was. I remember it took a lot of
You
time.
also had to like collect
All the Riddler trophies.
All the fucking Riddler trophies.
Did all of that. And there was also like, you had to do all the stealth missions perfectly as well.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I can't remember exactly. I remember it was really hard getting all the achievements, but that was such a good game that I didn't mind doing it.
When's the last time you did that then?
Achievement collectors?
Yeah, yeah.
Not since I was like 18, 19. When I went to university, I had less time. Kind of realized that wasn't that fun.
It's not fun at all.
But like,
it's not fun.
I had gotten one of the hardest achievements on Xbox.
Right.
Which is like staying alive on Dead Rising.
For 7 days straight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
did
have
that?
No, not that one. It was another Dead Rising one. Not the 7-day one.
What makes it so hard?
Wait, that's in my first game, right?
That's Dead Rising 1, yes.
I've done all of them on Dead Rising 2.
Oh, shit.
Which is, I think, no, they have like kill 1 million zombies or something stupid.
Right.
Sorry, not the 3 days one. My mom would have killed me.
Yeah. You had to be that one was you had to be alive in like hardcore Dead Rising endless for 7 real days, like in the real world.
I did
get that.
What was the other
You
one?
have to go in shifts, surely, with people. Yeah.
What was the one I did on? All of them on Dead Rising 2 are really hard. I know that took so long. And,
That's just like a difficult game.
Yeah. There's some games that, you know, maybe this is why I hate JRPGs. JRPGs always had the hardest achievements.
Yep, they did.
Hands down. And they had the most cruelest ones where like, get this item that if you miss it, you can't go back and get it. Fuck you. So I think that is what genuinely stopped me from ever buying a JRPG for a long time.
Because like people have to be psychopaths. To, like,
You do.
100% JRPGs.
Yeah, you do. Whereas like COD,
I'm looking at you, Joe. Well, to be fair, how many times did you have to like play Persona 5 before you 100%?
Like 6 times.
Yeah, exactly.
But I also 100%ed Final Fantasy VII Remake as well.
Well, that one's not too bad, I guess.
That was not too bad, yeah.
Because I feel like that's like a third of like the original game.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
I wouldn't dare do it with the original.
Oh no,
fuck that.
Like I feel like they've become a lot more accommodating in these modern times compared to like OG JRPG games where they assume that that's the only game you're playing for the entire year.
Yeah, they just assume that's the only game you have on that console.
and
it's just gonna last you the entire fucking time.
Exactly.
I'm trying to find my Xbox profile so I can see what I've done. I think it's this one.
Isn't the hardest Xbox achievement the fucking Mega Man 9 one?
What's that one?
It's the one where you have to beat the entire game without getting hit a single time. Which
so that's just a no-hit run, but an actual achievement.
Yeah, which if you've played any Mega Man game is practically
No,
impossible.
what's the game? One of the Tom Clancy games had an achievement for being the #1 ranked player in the world.
Oh yeah.
No joke.
I remember. I think I saw like a Watch Mojo video a long time ago. It was like the top 10 hardest Xbox.
I was like
achievements.
top 10 list of games I'm never going to buy, and one of them I already owned, was like Gears of War.
Yeah.
So it was like you had to get like 100,000 online kills.
Yeah.
In the first game, but like no one was playing the first game. It was like the third one came.
How would that even be possible? Like how much?
You have to do 100,000 matches with your mates.
Right.
No, it's kills, so you have to be averaging like fucking hundreds.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
like,
that is.
And Gears of War is not an easy game to get kills in.
Yeah.
So it's very difficult. All right, I've got the list of all of these. Some of these games are just fucking stupid. So I have 51,000 gamer score on Xbox, right?
So that's like what, 50 games, 45 games?
I've every single COD game. I have every single achievement. Every single Halo game. I have every single achievement, except for the newer ones like Halo Wars 2 and Halo Infinite. I have all of them. I did all of the. I don't know, did you ever do Halo? There was those challenges where you had to like do certain things without dying, like the skull ones. Did all of those.
I only played Halo 1.
I've only played Halo 1 and Halo 3. I didn't play Halo 2.
I got every single achievement in Blue Dragon, which I remember
Blue
having.
Dragon?
Yeah.
The JRPG?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
I remember you were talking about
Yeah, right.
Yeah. I think, what's this one? The most rare. What's the rarest one? Head trauma. That's so weird. There's like rarity.
Which is a lot in Dead Rising.
Yeah.
Everything
Right.
is a weapon.
I've killed, yeah, okay. Some of these are like really low. Some funny games I've done. Doritos Crash Course 2. I've got all of the achievements on Doritos Crash Course 2.
Why would you buy that game?
It's free.
No, the other question is, why is there 2 of them?
Yeah, it was really popular. I've got all the achievements on Red Dead. I think that wasn't too hard. What weird games these?
So, like, would you basically
Batman
do
Arkham
nothing?
Asylum.
Would you basically do nothing until you 100% of these games?
Yeah, I've played
South Park game.
I played the South Park Tower Defense game, Lost. I have Terminator Salvation, which I think I got because that was easy. But then it turned out to be really fucking hard. What's weird? What other games do I have here? God, most of these are COD and Assassin's Creed.
Happy Wars.
I don't even know what that is. I didn't even do that one. That must have been too hard.
Wait, hold on. What was the one after that? Guacamelee Super Turbo Championship.
Dude, that was a
Edition.
good game, dude. That's a good game.
Guacamelee.
And then other games I couldn't do them all. There are quite a lot of games actually. A lot of the Gears of Wars ones were just like fucked.
Yeah.
Forza, Destiny. Fuck, dude. I played some weird ass games. What's wrong with me?
Well, I think as a kid, you just played any game that you could get your hands on,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now they're
FIFA.
like, FIFA, of course.
You have one
Xbox
achievement
Fitness.
on FIFA.
I don't know. I have FIFA 09. I got all the achievements on Halo Wars.